Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, are you all ready to do a little monkeying with me? We are going to monkey Miss Diane Shaw, who is Shawcraft 1 here on YouTube, and My Old Barn Door on Etsy. I will link her channel in her Etsy shop below. And basically, in the video that I saved, she was making tags, and she was on a tag kick. So she was using like tickets and like these different little coupons and these little ice coupons, and I think these are the same thing. They're just different types. But anyway, I got mine from Selena, who is Amore Fabrics, and I will link her shop below as well. And the reason that I had saved the video was because I have all of these as well, and I thought it was a good idea on how to utilize some of these things in ephemera. Sorry about all that crackling. I cleaned up my desk from making my journal, but I still have a few things piled around and a few things that, you know, we're going to use tonight to do this. So I pulled out a couple blank tags, couple different sizes, and we'll see how many we get to before we run out of time. I pulled out my, I had put some of my scraps and things in these big clear jars that I had so that I could display them. I have a shelf that I have them sitting on top of. And so I thought I'd pull this down and use some of these as well on these tags. And I have my sewing machine over here too, because I'm probably going to do some sewing on my tags. I don't know if I will do it on camera or not. We'll see how that goes. But I don't really have like a set plan of what I want to make. I've just pulled together the materials that I want to work with. So, all right, let's start with the big tags. Now, these tags I just got on Amazon. These ones I don't remember where I got them from, because you know how when they have the live sales, they'll put together a pack of a variety of tags and cards and stuff. That's what this came out of. So, the first thing I want to do is make a background. So, let's see. I guess it doesn't really matter what I start with. Let's just start putting, I can either go with a full coverage, or I can just do a few of different things. I think what I'll do is do kind of like a Franken-tag style, and just pull some pieces. I have this bag too that has some smaller pieces in it. These might be more decorative, like that I would put on top of something, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about this. I'm just kind of looking, I'm seeking my inspiration right now. That's what I'm doing. It's like, what do I want to start with? I think that's the hardest thing sometimes, is just figuring out what do we want to start with. And as soon as you make that decision and you get that starting point, it just all starts to flow from there. And I don't know if this, yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if this material would tear or not. And I like the shabby, torn kind of look, so it doesn't bother me that it's like that. And I'm just thinking, I probably want to use my Mod Podge for this. I'm just reaching over here to grab my wax paper when I use the Mod Podge. I like to put wax paper under what I'm working on. Because I am so messy. I don't know. Are you guys like me? It seems like you start out with a great big workspace, and then the minute you get started, that workspace suddenly gets smaller and smaller until you're finally just working in a little teeny tiny space. Seems to be the way it goes with me. And I'm so bad, I still have my brush and water here from when I was doing my bags a few days ago. I haven't taken care of it yet. Grab the Mod Podge over here. Ugh. I have to be careful of my finger. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, I was going down the steps this morning, and there's a sharp, jagged piece of wood sticking up on top of the rail. And it's so funny because I'd made a comment to Liz not too long ago telling her that, you know, we should say something at the office because somebody's going to hurt themselves on that. Well, yep, somebody did. It was me. And I stabbed that thing right into my finger today. And we were on our way to go pick up groceries, so I didn't do anything with it right away. But I did, I'm not getting far enough in my Mod Podge. Let's put this over here. I did get peroxide on it right away when I got home, and it seems to be doing okay now, so I think I got to it in time, because, you know, it's treated lumber, so you want to make sure you prevent infection. And this is a little bit wrinkly fabric, so it's going to take a minute for me to get it flat. And I haven't tried sewing on top of Mod Podge, so I'm not sure. I don't want to ruin my sewing machine, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I guess we'll just play it by ear. I may not get to sewing on camera anyway. I was going to show you guys how that little booklet turned out that we did last time we were together. But I have it in the journal, and the journal is tied up. But if you watch my video where I'm showing the Wizard of Oz journal, and, you know, how I decorated it and stuff, it's in there. And you can see how I finished decorating that. I did add some bling to it, and a couple other things. So if you want to see how that ended up, you could check it out there. And I guess since I'm putting my sari fabrics on here, these will be tags that I can use in my gypsy junk journals. I want to thank everybody who has been commenting on my journal video. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys taking the time to give me feedback on that. You know, like I said before, I'm pretty new at making journals. So, you know, when I get feedback from all of you that, you know, have been doing this for a while, it's really helpful. And I mean it when I say, you know, if you have any constructive criticism, I'm open to that too, because, you know, I want to learn and I want to improve. And, you know, the only way I'm going to do that is if, you know, people tell me what I can do different. And I did forget that it was suggested I turn off my autofocus when I do videos so they don't jump so much. And I was going to do that, and I forgot. But I had tried that before, and when I did, it just seemed like it didn't always focus in on everything. Like it seemed like it focused better when it was on auto. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a camera issue or if it's a fact that I don't know what I'm doing issue. I'm not sure. This camera is fairly new for me. As most of you probably know, I've only been using it for a few months. But it doesn't really give you a lot of settings to work with either, so I don't know. So that's something I'm just going to have to play with, I think, and figure out. Now the only thing is, when you cut this stuff, it does make the sequins come loose, so I'm going to have to be careful where I cut it. Of course, once I get the glue on it, it won't matter. because, you know, that'll seal it down. But until I do, I don't know if I got glue on those or what, but they're not wanting to cut. Trying to figure out where I want to put that, because I want to make sure I cover all the tag. The glue is a little bit more runny because my brush is still wet from being in the water. I haven't tried Mod Podge with these fabrics either, so I don't know, you know, if putting the glue on top takes away from the beauty of the fabric. I may not want to use that on all of them. You know, if it's going to do that, I might want to use Fabri-Tac on some or something. I don't know. It's all an experiment to me right now, so we'll just see what happens as we go and figure it out as we go. Can't believe today is Sunday already, and actually this day is almost over. It's about, well, it's 11 o'clock right now. And tomorrow's my last day off before I go back to work. And I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. I mean, you know, I'm a sub, so I work when I'm needed. So I could be working this week and then not working the next week. I never know. But I did finally get the information for Hobby Lobby, and they are doing a hiring event, they call them, in August, the first part of August. So this tag is getting really wet. So I will be going there and applying for a job. You know, I love subbing and I love working with the kids. And I like a lot of the staff that I work with. But I think I've made myself too valuable as a sub. Or there's some other reason I don't know about that I don't know what it is. But they don't seem to want to hire me in a full-time, you know, regular position there. They want to have me work like a regular staff because I've been there for so long and I have so much experience, but they don't seem to want to hire me and let me have the benefits of being, you know, full-time staff. And being a single mom, and, you know, I'm not getting any younger, I need to have a regular job, you know, where I know I'm going to work every day. And I mean, you know, God's my provider and he's taking good care of me, and, you know, fortunately I do get a lot of work, but it's stressful, you know, being in a situation where, you know, you don't know when or how much of a paycheck you're going to have. So that's my reasoning for going to Hobby Lobby. So I'm hoping with my experience, and I mean, I do have experience in retail, and, you know, I've been a manager, I've worked at a service desk, I've been a cashier, I've been a cashier supervisor, you know, so I've had a lot of different positions in that kind of field. And of course I'm a crafter, so I'm hoping that all of that will give me some benefit when I go to apply. We'll see what happens, you know. So, all right. So I'm going to have to turn my heat tool on so I can dry that, because that is super, super wet. Where is my heat tool? Ah. I'm not doing that on camera so that I don't have it by the microphone. So I'm just over here drying it. I don't really like how wet this is getting the tag. So I think the next one, I'm going to try just gluing it down with my art glitter glue and see how that goes. This is really, really wet. And of course, as always, I would advise you just fast forward past this part. It's still really quite, you know, as you can see, it's really quite flimsy. So I think we're going to set this one aside and just let it dry. And we'll go on to another one, and I'm going to glue that one down with art glitter glue and see what we get. Oops. Set that where I won't spill it on my computer. That would be a good idea. Especially since I just got that thing this year. I really don't want to ruin it. I need to, oh, actually, my wax paper is here. Why don't I do that? I like to put some wax paper on that. Just makes it easier to get your lid on and off, and I think it just helps keep your Mod Podge. I don't know, I just think it keeps it better. There we go. Put that over there. Alright, let's fold that up. Been having a lot of fun this weekend sitting in on sales. So Keisha, I think Keisha Creations maybe is her channel. She had a 2-day sale. Okay, I lost my tags already in my pile. There they are. I always do that. I get a pile going over here where I'm working. Here, I'll show you. See that pile over there? And that's, my stuff gets buried in there. And I got everything all out of whack. There we go. And then I can't find it. What tags do I have here? Okay. So I also have like some paper and stuff. So let's, maybe we'll do some paper. I've got this bag that's just got all kinds of scraps in it from different things I've worked on. So let's just tear and glue some pieces on here. Where's my glue? Yeah, I lost my pin to my glue. This is one that was in a sewing kit that was made for me. I don't know if it's stainless steel. From the looks of it, it's not, because it looks like it's starting to rust, which is why you can't put just any pin in there. But I don't know what happened to my pin. So, and Miss Brooke, she is out of her little dangles right now. So I couldn't purchase one of those even. So, I don't know. I guess I just have to keep changing the pins out until I can get a stainless steel one. I've looked everywhere to you guys. I cannot even imagine where it might be. Isn't it funny how these go together? And this is like dyed paper that somebody did, and this is scrapbook paper. They look like they came from the same paper pack. Put that one up here. Put it over this on there. Isn't that pretty? Can you see that? I can't remember what paper pack this is from, but this is also scrapbook paper. I really haven't done a whole lot today, other than I went and picked up my groceries, talked to my son for a little bit. He is recovering from this bronchitis type stuff that he's got, so he's just resting a lot. And I went to Miss Cheryl's channel. I can't think what her channel is right now. It's got a different name to it, and it's named after her. It's the same name as her Etsy shop. But anyway, she was having a jewelry sale, so I went and participated in that a little bit. This is more of that paper that Ann Alba made. I don't know if I want to put that on there though or not. It's kind of darker than what I am using right now. Put some of this on here. Music paper on here. But yeah, it was just a pretty chill day today. I need to be getting some laundry done. My laundry is downstairs in the basement. So it used to be I would go down there and craft while I was working on laundry. And I mean, I still could. God knows I have enough I could do down there. I need to get on some more organizing because I just keep hauling stuff down there and not putting it away. So I had it almost all done down there, but now I need to do more again because I've added more mess. Seems like I never have enough storage. You guys ever have that problem where you don't have enough storage for everything, and when you just get storage figured out, it's like you get something else and then you got to figure it out all over again because now you got more stuff. That does seem to be the way of it for me. And of course, I went to Brooke from Recreations by Brooke. I went to her sale, spent several hours there yesterday and last night. Oh, this is one of Miss Diane's tags. So was that. Put that over there. So now I'll have more stuff coming. Oh, and anyway, yeah, and then back to Cheryl's sale I started to talk about. She does, I think it's paparazzi jewelry. And so I got a couple pieces from her. Yeah, I just gave up on the no spending thing. I've cut back. I'm doing better. I'm trying to be more mindful of what I'm getting, but I was delusional thinking I wasn't gonna spend anything this summer. If I don't go to the sales, I don't get to see anybody. If I do go to the sales, I end up spending money. So I am just not going to stress over it. I make sure the bills are paid. That's all that really matters. The rest will work itself out. Let me put this across here. I probably talked to you guys way too much about this stuff anyway. I get on here and I just start talking, and before I know it, I've told you guys probably way more than I should. Let's see, what else do we want on here? Put some of this on here. And what else? Whoops. What else? Maybe some more of this. Whoopsie. Oh where'd it go? It's like, which one did I have? So I hope you guys are crafting along with me for these videos and maybe trying some new things out for yourself. This concept definitely is not new, you know. There's plenty of videos out there on collage and Franken tags and Franken paper and all that kind of stuff. These are just things that that I've been wanting to do, and I kept making a playlist and adding things to it, and I thought, well, one sure way to get me to actually buckle down and try this stuff is if I do it with you guys. So that's what I decided to do. Let's see, that looks so much like the scrapbook paper. I thought that's what it was because this was what I wanted to grab. I love the scrapbook paper. They don't sell this anymore. I used to be a consultant with Close to My Heart. I think I've told you guys that before. So I have a lot of their old stuff. Because I did it for a while, years and years ago. And then I had quit. And then I got back into it. And then I quit again. Yeah, it's covered. So I kind of like the way that looks. So now we'll see what kind of, here, let's put this at least in a manageable pile. If there is such a thing. Let's see what we have in here for tickets that we want to put on here. I'm kind of looking at these ones. Trying to see where there isn't any perforation on there. That's what I was trying to see, is where the perforation was. I think probably where the holes are is where they get cut. And of course, you can just kind of make this your background, and then whatever themed journal you're doing, you could always, you know, put something on top of it to make it tie in. Or you could use it like it is, too, and use it as a journaling card. But you guys all probably know that anyway. Let's see. I don't want to put anything else on there. I also have these little pieces of, they're just all different kinds of little doily bits and pieces that I've gotten from Donna Little. I had a bag of snippets that I got from someone for my, I think it was when I did one of my challenges. A really cool bag, too. And I don't know what I did with it. I thought I put it in my one little storage thing, but I don't see it in there. So I don't know if I changed it over to my new one or not. And I still have to show that to you guys, too. I still haven't got that organizing done so I could show it to you. Now, if I put this on there, I'm going to need something else to go with it. So maybe I'll sew around it first, and then use this for some decorating. So let me, oh my gosh, what did I do with the pin? There it is. see, this is how I lose these pins. But yeah, this definitely isn't good because it's getting, probably can't see it, but it's getting rust on it. Definitely not stainless steel. Okay, so I just have like a light brown colored thread, and I don't know if I can put this sewing machine where you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing. I don't think I am. No, because it's just going to be a down kind of thing. I'm right at the edge of my table. And I am not the greatest sewer anyway. I just started sewing. But I love sewing on paper. I just love the way it looks. I did a lot of it in my journal that I made. And actually, now that I got that one done, I'm kind of anxious to get started on another one. But I can't because I have that swap I've got to get started on. So I'm trying to find my foot pedal right now. I think I have a zigzaggy stitch in it right now. Water bottle's in the way. God only knows how wonky that one went while I was moving the water bottle. Oh wow. Kind of makes it a little easier if you have your junk out of the way when you're sewing. For some reason this doesn't always want to let go. Alright. Hi Liz.
Hi.
I am filming, but you're alright.
No.
What are you doing?
I was gonna get water.
Okay.
I found a little pin.
Huh?
You have a pin to yours.
Oh no, that's a different one I put in there that is not the right kind, and it's rusting, so I wish I could find it, but I haven't yet. So anyway, this is what it looks like with the sewing on it. Oh, that's the paper. I'm like, what is that? And it's just got a little bit of a zigzag to it. Nothing fancy. I think that's probably about the fanciest stitch this sewing machine has. I didn't really know anything about sewing machines, and I just got this this little one, and these are the stitches that it has on it. So, and of course, it's purple, so you know, purple and pink. But anyway, I kind of like the way that's looking so far. Let me get a drink of water while I got it right here. Gosh, you guys, we've been here a half hour already. My goodness. Time flies, that's for sure. Alright, so I wanted to put this on here for some sort of decoration. So we'll go ahead and I think I'll grab the Fabri-Tac for that. Normally I probably wouldn't decorate it too much, not knowing exactly what I'm going to use it for, but we're just going to go for it anyway. I love using these little snippet pieces for little backgrounds to something. Okay, and I do have a few little yeah, somewhere in that pile I have a bag that has a few little bits and bobs. These is yeah, I can talk. This is a bag that was part of a kit from Donna Little. I think it was her shabby chic kit that she did. I'm sure there's probably something in here I can use. Let's see. I don't really want to pull all this. Oh, look, she's got one of her little flowers in there. Isn't that pretty? Probably could have put that on there all by itself. Anyway, that's alright. Let's see what else is in here. There's a little bag the buttons and stuff. Let's see what we want to put on there. She definitely gives you a lot of goodies when you get her kit. Oh, look at this. This is a cute little, oh, that is so pretty. Look at that. It's one of her bead dangles that she made. Another thing on my to-do list is to make some of those. Anyway, I digress. Keep looking. What did I want to? I love these buttons. These little flower buttons. Oops. Got a pearl loose there. I want to just put something like that on there. That would be kind of pretty, wouldn't it? I think I need a little something else there with it, though. Or I could put something like this on here. Could just put that little butterfly there with it. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? I don't know if I want just them there, though. There's a little heart. Could put that right on top of it. It's kind of cute, isn't it? I kind of like that. Kind of helps raise the heart up a little bit. Kind of gives it that little shabby vintage feel, huh? The fabric tag again. Donna had her sale Saturday of her crystals and cool bling pieces and stuff, and you know, I think this is the third time I have missed out on that. They go so fast. Like, I don't think her video was up 15 minutes and everything was gone. It's just that quick. But I really like that tag. What do you guys think? I think it's got a lot of interest to it. It's got different textures. I like the sewing around it. And then it's got this little piece. And there's still, you know, a lot you can do with it. A lot of different ways that you can go with it. I kind of like that. I'm not going to put anything in here yet, depending on, you know, where and how I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And that'll go in my ephemera stash for a future journal. So I like the way that came out so much. I think we'll just stay on that route and do another one. Probably keep this video right around an hour, although I am missing my show right now. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I like watching reality shows, which of course we really don't know how much reality it really is. I have a feeling that it's somewhat scripted, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, I like those shows like oops, I'm taking my tip off. Oh, what's it called? It's where they meet people from other countries and they either come here 90 days, something like that. And now they have the one where it's 90 days the other way, where people from America are going to other countries. But anyway, the one I really like is where they have couples that have been on that show in the past watching the show with the current couples and, you know, giving their commentary on what's going on, because there are some people on there that are hilarious with their reactions and their comments in regard to what is happening with the other couples. It just cracks me up. And that's what's on right now. But the thing about that channel is that it will repeat several times. So even though I'm missing it now, there will be many opportunities to see it again. My daughter, she's always like, Mom, why do you watch that stuff? It's so stupid. Well, yeah, it is stupid. But psychology is something that I really enjoyed in college. Like, I took every psychology class that was available because I enjoyed it so much. And I just like watching the dynamics between people, the ways that they interact and the reasons they do the things that they do. And, you know, I just find it all fascinating. So that's why I like to watch it. same reason why I like to watch the Teen Moms and all of those. And then you get kind of invested in these kids. You know, you watched them from the time they were just, you know, really young, like my daughter's age, to where they are now, like, what is it, 10 years later for some of them. So it's just been kind of interesting to follow their path, you know, that they've taken. You know, and some of them have done really well, you know, they really turned their lives around. They got businesses. Heck, some of them are in better shape than I am, you know. So it's just kind of interesting to me to watch. So that's why I like to watch them. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to focus on getting some cleaning done, some reorganizing here in my craft space so I can, you know, get ready to start that next project. I got to think about it, and oh, I don't really want that right there. I got to think about, you know, what I want to do for my project. It's doing a loaded envelope, and there's certain things we have to make. Like we have to make, gosh, I don't know if I can remember everything we have to make. We have to make 4x4 note cards, and I think we have to do 3 or 4 of them per swap partner. And then we have to do a gift. Is it a gift box? Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't say because I can't really remember. But anyway, there's like 2 or 3, maybe 4 different elements that we have to create to go in the loaded envelope. So I got to kind of think about it and decide what do I want to use, how do I want to go about it, and then start shopping my stash to, you know, find what I want to use. It'll be fun though. I did a swap a little while ago with Monica. Not with Monica, but Monica hosted it, who is Scrapping for My Boys, where we did toppers for like decorative packaging, the bag toppers, I guess they're called. And that was fun. I need to get some of these going the other way. I've got them all going vertical. I need some horizontal. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, it's kind of pretty. I don't always have a lot to talk about. I don't really always do a lot. I'm very much a homebody, and I'm very happy with that. I guess I've just kind of reached that point in my life where I don't need to be out about doing stuff all the time. I'm quite content to sit here in my house. Whoops, my